Honor, duty, tradition. For more than a millennia, these have been the cornerstones of Klingon culture. But before the rise of the Empire, Kronos was ruled by men who were without honor. Cold-blooded tyrants who enslaved the Klingon people and crushed their warrior spirit. The worst of these Pataks was Molor, son of Markag. For nearly 2 decades, Molor lived high in the wealth of Kronos while his subjects languished in poverty and starvation. Many longed to end Molor's reign, but few dared speak out against him. And those who did paid with their lives. But there was one warrior whose voice would not be silenced. A warrior who sought to end Molor's reign of tyranny and unify the Klingon people. Kahless. With the promise of a glorious new empire, free from tyranny and rooted in the principles of honor, Kahless rallied many to his cause. At his side were the Honorable Three, Ugat, Kolas, and Tokar, masters of 3 different but equally powerful fighting disciplines. Led by Kahless, they marched on the capital city, a diverse and well-trained army of warriors hungry for battle and for freedom. The battle raged for 20 days and 20 nights. Many fine warriors lost their lives in the struggle. But thanks to the skills taught by the Honorable Three, the army of Kahless maintained the advantage. On the 20th day, Molor fled the city to seek refuge in the nearby mountains. Kahless also left the battle and journeyed to the volcano at Kristat. There, from the molten lava flowing from the summit, he forged a mighty blade. He called the weapon Batleth, Sword of Honor. Wielding his new weapon, Kahless entered the mountains to seek Molor's refuge. The final battle took place high in the cliffs overlooking the plains of Kufkul. As the battle raged below, Kahless and Molor were locked in mortal combat, each knowing that the fate of Kronos hung in the balance. Finally it was over. Raising the Batleth above his head, Kahless howled at the sky, a warning to the honored dead in Stovakor that the souls of many great Klingon warriors were on their way. His howl echoed across the plain, and the warriors on both sides laid down their arms and took up the cry. The tyranny of Molor was at an end. In gratitude for their leadership and training, Kahless decreed that the Honorable Three should continue to teach their skills to warriors of future generations. Ugat, Kolas, and Tokar swore an oath of loyalty to Kahless. They placed their Dakta knives on the ground, one by one, symbolizing strength, duty, and sacrifice. And connecting the 3 weapons, Kahless drew a circle, symbolizing honor, the force that surrounds and unites all the Klingon people. And so Ugat, Kolas, and Tokar established the Dun Vashpu, Du Sakme, the schools of the great warriors. Each of the 3 schools taught the wisdom of Kahless and the combat style of the school's founder. The finest graduates from each of the schools were bestowed with a warrior's highest honor, membership in the Honor Guard. This elite group, under the leadership of one of the school's masters, served as the personal guards to the Emperor. Although there has been no official emperor since Sompek ruled more than 3 centuries ago, the Honor Guard still exists. Under the leadership of Korek, the Master of the School of Tokar, these warriors continue to serve myself and the members of the High Council. And today, as it was in the past, it is the hope of every warrior, from the time of the Rite of Ascension, to serve with this elite force, to become members of the Klingon Honor Guard.
I am Kern, son of Mulg, and captain of the Hektar. At Gowron's request, I am to serve as your instructor as you train for your induction. It is my duty to change you from the pathetic home that you are into a warrior worthy to be a member of the Honor Guard. During the siege of Tong Bay, Emperor Sompek defeated an entire city single-handedly when his armies failed. Now you must play that role. Find the geothermal power plant and destroy the cooling system as Sompek himself did. The destruction of the power plant will burn the city to the ground, along with all the rebels inside.
Intruder alert! Computer, end training program. I am Korek, the Master of Dusak Tukar, and leader of the Honor Guard. There has been an assassination attempt against Gowron and the High Council. Gowron barely survived the attack, and most of the other council members are dead. The assassins are barricaded in a safe house near the city. A baryon scattering field prevents the use of transporters, and the main entrance is heavily guarded. I have sworn a blood oath to kill these Pataks, but I must stand watch at Gowron's side along with the Honor Guard. No one, not even the remaining council members, can be trusted. However, as inductees of the Honor Guard, your loyalty is without question. Therefore, it is up to you to track down these cowards and make them pay. It would seem that we have uncovered a conspiracy. The assassins were all prisoners recently reported missing from the penal asteroid Rorapente. Escape is virtually impossible, so we suspect that the Warden himself may be involved. Captain Kern will transport you to Rorapente aboard the Hektar. You will be beamed to the surface near a guard outpost outside the magnetic shield. Find a covert method of entering the dilithium mines. Once inside, you will receive further instructions from Kern, who will act as mission advisor. In the meantime, I will continue my investigation on Kronos. Kapla!
The next leg of your mission will be more difficult than originally anticipated. Many of the prisoners have escaped, and sensors show a riot in progress on the lower levels. I find it hard to believe that this riot is merely a coincidence. The Warden is most likely alerted to your presence. Nevertheless, your mission is to penetrate the upper administrative levels and confront the Warden as quickly as possible. As I suspected, the Warden was prepared for your attack. The guards on the administrative level are loyal, well-trained warriors, and resistance will be heavy. You will most likely find the Warden in his quarters on the upper level. We can obtain information about the assassination team from the prison's communications logs. So when you find the Warden, kill him as an example to those who would challenge the rule of the Council. Now go!
They warned me that Gowron's pet targs might come to snarl at me. But at least I expected a true warrior, not a worthless student. Well, this will be your final lesson. Do not meddle in matters you do not understand. Perhaps Gowron will let you serve him again soon, when you meet in Stovo Core.
The Warden's logs confirm that he received a message warning him of our mission. The logs also show that the assassination team escaped Rora Pinte on the freighter Korban. The freighter has been traced to a small smuggling operation based on Quailor 2. Your mission is to find and secure the smuggler's base. When you reach the comm center, activate the communications panel and download their data files. I will contact you with further instructions. In the meantime, I will personally investigate the message received by the prison warden. It seems not everyone wants our mission to succeed. The data files you captured have been decoded. Thress, the leader of the smugglers, is currently aboard a space station in the nearby Mindora Nebula. He must be captured, and in order to do so, you must covertly board the station. The smuggler's logs indicate that a cargo pod bound for the station is due for pickup near your current position. Locate the cargo pod and conceal yourself inside. If all goes as planned, you will be deposited on the space station undetected. Once on board, locate and capture Thress. It would seem that Patak Thress has escaped. Fortunately, I have discovered his location and made plans to get you aboard his ship. A false message telling of your capture has been sent to the Korban, and the ship is holding position in the Krieg system. Station personnel are to deliver you to Thress. You must capture a shuttlecraft and make the rendezvous yourself. However, you must first reach the command level found above the promenade and disable the weapons and communications systems of the station. This will make it possible for you to escape and also prevent the station from alerting Thress to our plan. The station's data banks provided us with some information on the Korban. The ship is an old cargo vessel, typical Andorian design but with many modifications. Thress will be on the bridge, so once the point of entry is secure, the bridge is your objective.
Transport them to the middle of nowhere. I have no idea who it was that hired me. Just a few words over subspace and a quick transport and transfer, and I've got a pile of latinum big enough to choke a ropehead. All I know is that there are two Katinga-class cruisers out there, the Fechler and the Pach. The Fechler is on the way to rendezvous with me. The Pach is already on its way to Kronos. Now, if you could be persuaded to just look the other way, I could make you very rich. With enough latinum, you could buy yourself more honor than you could earn in a lifetime. So what do you say?
Thress's rendezvous will take place as scheduled, but you will be the one to make it. The Korban is expected, so the Feklar should offer no resistance. You will enter through the main shuttle bay. You must first reach the engine room and attach 3 timed explosive charges in strategic locations. 1 each on the port and starboard nacelle control panels, and 1 to the warp core control. When detonated, the charges will destroy the star drive section of the ship. Once you have planted the explosives, move immediately toward the forward section. Korak himself is leading a mission to intercept and stop the second ship Brest spoke of before it reaches Kronos. Soon the Blood Oath will be satisfied. Obviously, the crew of the Feklar were warned of our plan, and are now prepared for an assault. The next phase of the operation will eliminate much of the potential resistance. Your orders now are to separate the command boom of the ship from the star drive section before the charges detonate. Locate and disengage the 3 manual locking clamps that hold the boom in place. The explosive timers are set for a 20-minute countdown, so don't just stand there like a linta. Go! It is time to end this conspiracy, and to do so you must locate the Feklar's commander. Most of the ship's crew were killed in the explosion of the star drive section, but don't be blinded by overconfidence. Fight your way to the bridge and find the ship's commander, Captain Krax. I want him taken alive so that we might persuade him to give us some answers.
I have acted without honor and will accept whatever fate awaits me. But know this, the conspiracy runs deeper than you realize. The Duras sisters, Lursa and Betor, called upon me to deliver a group of prisoners to an abandoned energy facility on Praxis. After the report of the assassination attempt on Gowron, I realized what I had done. By then, it was too late. My involvement was already too deep, and I was bound by a debt owed by my father to the House of Duras. Now do what you must. I only ask that you allow me to die with honor.
Both traitorous ships were stopped before they could complete their missions, but our victory is not as glorious as it should be. I received this transmission from the Beta Thorador system while you were aboard the Feklar. The enemy ship was intercepted by Korak, but the traitors were expecting him. There was a fierce battle. Korak managed to destroy the Pak, but not before his own ship was critically damaged. Someday, great songs will be sung of Korak's death in the Battle of Beta Thorador. But it is not our time to mourn. The Blood Oath must be satisfied. We have located the Duras sisters' base, an abandoned power station on what remains of Praxis. If Krax spoke the truth, Lursa and Betor must be located at all costs. You will be beamed to the Outer Guard complex, where your mission is to destroy the main security computer found on level 3 of the security complex. Once you have completed this task, you will begin your search for Lursa and Baator. Teach Kit Job me George. According to our passive scans, Lursa and Baator's bird of prey is en route to Praxis. Unfortunately, you cannot simply wait for them to arrive. The base's reactor controls were damaged during your battle in the crew compound, and sensors show that the core is on a build-up to overload. Enter the reactor complex and correct the problem manually. Magnetic containment will fail in approximately 20 minutes, so don't waste time! The Duras sisters' bird of prey has just entered the star system. The Hector is jamming the base's communications, so your presence should be unknown to Lursa and Baator. Proceed to the landing complex and eliminate all defenses before the bird of prey arrives. Your mission now is to secure the bird of prey. The Duras family employs only the most cunning and ruthless bodyguards, so expect heavy resistance. The command areas are the most defensible sections of the ship, so it is likely that the sisters will make their stand there. Remember, Lursa and Baator may hold the final pieces to this puzzle.
I don't care to hear your excuses. The son of Mog is much more cunning than I anticipated, and his investigation has altered the schedule. The second team must be delivered to Kronos within the next 12 hours. By dawn tomorrow, I want the body of Gowron to be breakfast for the beasts of Kling!
Korak's treason has dishonored the Klingon people and brought disgrace upon the Honor Guard. It is now time to prove your worthiness by exacting vengeance on this filthy Hagdaba. The Hector will transport you to the courtyard outside Korak's base on Beta Thorador. Sensor scans cannot fully penetrate the complex, but the general layout is displayed here. Korak and his followers have no honor and will stop at nothing to succeed. Remember your training and experience. They are the key to your success. Engelame, Judge Bomb. It is a good day to die.
So, Kerr, this is the one who tracked down my attackers? A mere Honor Guard trainee?
Yes, this is the one. This warrior fulfilled a blood oath to avenge the attack on you by personally doing battle with Korak.
Korak. The Ptak. May Fekler visit his soul with 1,000,000 torches. It seems I am in your debt, trainee. You have performed well, and you bring honor to your house and family. Kern, the Kuvda. This is a symbol of great honor. The badge of office of a Daha master. Dusak Tokar is in need of a new master. I can think of no one more worthy to assume this title. You are a trainee no longer. You are now Daha Master of Dusak Tokar. May you serve long and well. Great songs will be sung of your deeds. You will be remembered.